Team, Justin Murphy, Tara St. George, Johnny Lerner, Alex Rodriguez. We are Team Brainscare from Waco Studios, and we're going to be presenting Try to the Mighty Moon or TotEM. General of games RTS, which heavily focus on combat, so there's not going to be units. It's going to have micromanagement, a lot of micromanagement, and hero type units. And there's not going to be construction, so it's going to be combat based. Varying similarities to Work of Three, War and Conflict, and Sacrifice. Three knowledge, expand, and dominate. With that said, I'm going to pass it to Justin.
I'm going to talk a little bit about gameplay. You start off as an alpha wolf, and you walk around the map gathering some followers. Once you have enough followers, you're considered to be a pack. Once you have a pack, you can expand to dens, totems, and shields. With the den is made to make your main base, basically. And once you have a base, you can make specialized wolves that can attack in different ways. The main goal of the game is to expand across the territory, hunt and gather food. That's what the followers' goal is to do. You defeat the other tribes and become the top tribe. As far as the theme goes, it follows a Native American theme. As you can see from our picture, there's like the red from the Cherokee tribe, and the little symbols and stuff will be very Native American in its style. Set in pre-colonial Americas, and there will be forest, plains, and a snowy tundra, which will be explained later. As far as the units go, there's the Alpha, which is the leader of the pack. He's your main unit that you want to keep protected. Then there's the follower, who's a worker or a gatherer. He just hunts for food and brings it back to the den and stores it for your resources. Then you have your mystic, which is your long-range spellcaster, which can also do an area of effect heal. And you have your warrior, which is your main melee unit and just does swipes and bites to attack. Here's a few concept arts of our units. You can really see the Native American theme and the feathers. As far as the structures go, the den is the main base unit thing that creates all the followers and it holds all your resources. The totem is used to convert the followers into the mystics, which are long-range units. And it can also do an attack, which attacks close-range enemy units. It's basically a defensive structure. Then you have your shield, which converts the followers to warriors. And I'm going to hand it off to Tara to talk a little bit about levels.
We'll have our levels as height maps, and there's going to be basically open plains. There's going to be forest, and there's going to be snow-covered forest. There's going to also be structures implemented within the maps already. All the structures are capturable, they're not buildable. The feasibility for the assets. There are 4 main models that will be created. The different teams will be identified by the color of their texture. There's only going to be 3 main structures. Of course, we can add some later if time permits. The animations are pretty much simple. Each unit will have their own special animation, which would be an attack or something like that. Most of the different abilities will probably be identified with the different color, aura, or particle, or something like that. And hand it off to John.
Alright, so key features are again going to be a campaign, which is going to be made of 3 levels. Each is going to be pretty short, about 10-15 minutes. And each of these levels is going to be of each theme that Tara mentioned. We have those 4 units, 3 different structures. We only have 1 main resource, which is going to be the food. And we plan on implementing a flocking AI for the wolves so that when they move as a pack, it looks somewhat real. Now it's going to have an illustrated style, somewhat like Prince of Persia, like you can see in this picture here. It's going to be high detailed textures, but still has this kind of cartoonish feel. Other features are going to be the ability to summon recon units, which will reveal certain areas of the map. Each unit is also going to have, each unit, but the followers are going to have special abilities, which are going to play during combat. We plan on having a skirmish mode. You'll be able to play just one single map without having to go through the whole story. All right. Multiplayer. It's the one thing that people, I can see. All right, it's something we've been talking about. It's not the one, I mean, it's not what the whole game is going to be built around, but we will be building the game with multiplayer in mind. Everything is going to be extremely modular, so we can, if we do move that, when we do get to that point where we have to integrate multiplayer, it'll be easier and it'll work. We're also building it so it'll fit the scripting system that Anna is working on. Now, if we have more time, we'll try to add more resources, maybe structures, and maybe more units. Right. Technology. We'll definitely need a level editor, but since this is an RTS, most of them are pretty simple in terms of just put stuff on terrain and just give the terrain some life. It won't take too long to build that editor. Now, the networking, because it's such a horrible thing to work with, we're probably going to use an external API. RackNet is something that was brought up. All right, I'll pass on to Alex with marketability.
Thank you, John. We aimed this game towards 13 to 30-year-old RTS enthusiasts. We want to make this game easy to pick up, so you can go outside of our documents will be able to pick it up with relevance. With the possible networking and skirmish mode, we hope to add replayability to this game, which only helps and makes it more valuable. And in 2007, 33.9% of games sold, computer games sold for RTSs, so there's definitely a market for this kind of game. Now, draw things up.
Just to reiterate, we also have story game, combat focus, different market for it, food as the main research, one hero unit, which will be evolved later. And I pass it to Justin for questions.
Before we open up for QA, I'd just like to talk a little bit about the camera. I forgot to mention it. I skipped my mind. But it's going to be zoomable, but not to the point where you get too close to the enemy unit. So there's going to be like a few level of details, but it'll only get like 2 stories above the play field itself. So you can have like a group of pack of wolves on the screen at once. And now we're open for Q&A.